So far, we have been discussed about descriptive statistics. Okay, today we will start with the inferential statistics. Inferential statistics is nothing but based on a sample. Okay, first we have to understand how to create a samples. Okay, to create a samples, we will be required a sample size. ಅಲ್ವಾ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಎಷ್ಟು ಆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನರನ್ನ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಎಷ್ಟು ಡೇಟಾನ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಸೊ ಆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಸೈಜನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಓಕೆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಸೈಜ್ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ okay central limit theorem is nothing but we are trying to analyze a sample and interpret the entire population and the entire data na now interpret ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ so here I have been taken a real time example like I am like a chemist and I have been developed a drug to for a COVID-19 ಓಕೆನಾ ಈ ಕೊರೋನಾ ವೈರಸ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಔಷಧಿಯನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಓಕೆ ಆ ಔಷಧಿ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ನೆಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಚೆಕ್ for that drug effectiveness we have to check now and we have to disclose that how effective it is how many will be cured ಓಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಗುಣ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ನನ್ನ ಔಷಧಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಬಟ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಲೋ to experiment on entire patients like all patients if for example we have a 3 lakh active patients okay 3 lakh active patients we have in a hospital but government will not allow us to experiment on all 3 lakh patients because if something wrong happens in that drug it will affect right so what we have to do we have to take a sample so, how we will select a sample? We know the population size. That is nothing but a 3 lakh patients we have. How much sample I need to take? ಎಷ್ಟು sample ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು? Your guess.
300 reason ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ
Okay. 300 samples you said. Okay. Okay. Samples will be selected by using one popular formula called as a Slovin's formula. Okay. Slovin's formula. Okay. How this sample size will be selected based on a population size, okay, size of the population and your confidence level in your experiment. For example, I have a 90% confidence in my experiment. Okay, 90% confidence I have in my experiment. Then what would be the possible error can be done? 10%, right? 90% means confidence I have. That is nothing but error will be a 10%. Okay, error maybe happen in my experiment will be 10%. Okay, this confidence level is like a subjective ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ನಮ್ಮ ವಿವೇಚನೆಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಓಕೆನಾ ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಆದರೆ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ 99% ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಡ್ರಗ್ if I had done some errors or somewhere I made a mistake or I had doubt about some of the things in my experiment, then my confidence level will decrease. It is up to the one who conducting a experiment because what will happen based on a confidence level, your sample size will be derived. Okay, sample size will be derived based on a confidence level. If higher the confidence level, higher the sample size. So more number of patients you are including in a experiment. If something goes wrong, it will affect on all them in sample. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈಗ 99% ನೀವು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 400 ಜನರ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ನೀವು 400 ಜನರನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದೇನಾದ್ರು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 400 ಜನರ ಲೈಫ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಸೊ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಕೂಡ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಅ ಬೆಟರ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಫಸ್ಟಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೂ ಅ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲಿಂಗ್ okay then if something goes wrong it will affect the entire population the confidence in you with you okay for that reason we will go with a moderate confidence only on an initial level the what exactly the Sovian's formula says the sample size is nothing but small n equal to that is nothing but the capital N is nothing but population divided by 1 plus n into e to the power of 2. Okay, e square, we have to take e is nothing but 10%, that is the error, possible error. Okay, 10%, that is square, multiply by population size plus 1, this population size divided by that particular value we have to take. So here if I calculate equal to, sample size will be nothing but population size, that is a 3 lakh, divided by, within a bracket, 1 plus n is nothing but again the population size, multiply by 10%, again we will multiply by 10% because we need to square it. Okay, we need to square it, so I am multiplying twice, ಎರಡು ಸಲ ನಾನು multiply ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Then close the bracket and end. So it says that around 100. Okay, sample size to be 100 ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 100 ಜನರನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ. Okay, once I have been taken a sample size, this is the formula we have to use for a sample size. Okay, this is the formula we have to use for the sample size. Once you have been taken a sample size, now the question arises that which type of the sample to be used, sampling technique to be used to construct this, to select 100 out of 3 lakh population. ಓಕೆನಾ, 3 ಲಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ 100 ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಇದು 3 lakh ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 100 ಜನರನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ನೀವು ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ explain this one by one. Okay, how these are different. Like first one is a random sampling, systematic sampling, stratified sampling, cluster sampling. Then some more, these are called as a probability sampling. Probability sampling is nothing but each and everyone in this 3 lakh patient all will have an equal chance to be in a sample. Okay, to be in a sample, but this is nothing but a non-probability sampling. Here everyone will not be having an equal chance to be in a sample, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ ಜಜ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್, quota sampling, snowball sampling. Okay, first one is a random sampling. Random sampling means what? I have a 3 lakh population here. Okay, in that randomly I will select 100. Okay, randomly I will select 100. How we select? For example, I'm just giving an example. In insurance data, I give like ID. Okay, I just give the ID to the each and every member, each and every patient. Okay, I just giving a ID. Okay, just consider that one. Okay, we have been given a patient ID to each and every patients. Okay, out of this I will select randomly, I will select 100. Okay, randomly I will select 100. How to select randomly? We'll go for a data analysis. We have to generate a random numbers. How to generate that one? We go for a sampling here. Okay, in sampling, first it will ask like input range. I will select this ID, which one I will give for input to select, and the labels I will select because ID I selected. Okay, and random I will pick here, random sampling with a 100, sample size of 100. If you like to paste that in a new sheet, I will select a new worksheet, click on OK. So randomly it will pick 100 members and it will be given here. Okay, out of that 1 lakh 27,000 entries, randomly it will pick 100. Okay, one more time if you repeat this process, okay, if you repeat this process one more time, you will get different numbers. You can check that one. I will go to data analysis, sampling, okay, random 100, this one only, but I just want in an output in sheet 2. Here I will paste. Okay. This is a random range. Okay. This is the stat. Output range. Here I will select. I need to select 100 cell. Output range must be valid reference. Okay. Because of this entire data has been taken. Okay, I will take it as a normal. The stats with a letter or underscore doesn't space allowed. Okay. Okay. Here you can see the randomly it generated again new one, right? Initially it was different. In second instant, I haven't got a different answers. Okay, like this, it is random sampling is nothing but a randomly it will generate a numbers. Okay, randomly it will pick up how many you require from the given data. That is nothing but a random sampling. Okay, second one is a systematic sampling. Systematic sampling is nothing but, for example, in this particular case only, this is the first patient, there is a second, third, like this we have. Okay. In this, I say systematically I need to select every third patient. Like this is the first patient will be selected. If we selected this one is the first patient, every third patient we will be selecting as a one entry. Means like that we will select a sample. If you select a sample, that is called as a systematic sampling. Okay, it will follow the systematically. Like every 10 patients, we will select one patient. For every 10 instant, we will select a one patient. Like that. Okay, if I do that one, we can see in data analysis sampling. In that, instead of random sampling, for this same id only I have been taken. Okay, id column, instead of random sampling I say periodic sample, and every 10 instant I need to select one. Okay, and the output range I will select here itself. Okay, every 10 instant I need to select one. Okay, now you can see the first one is the 10th instant. Okay, every 10 instant, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then next will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For every 10 instant, it will select as a 1 as a sample. Okay, now ಆ ಥರ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ನಡುವೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿ. ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್, ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಏನಿರ್ಬೋದು?
No
ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಾ ಮೀನ್ಸ್
idea.
ವಾಟ್? Strata means group. Okay. For example, I have a 3 lakh patients. Right? I have a 3 lakh patient. In that, I will make a group in such a way that children's one group. Okay. Children's one group. Then male patients in a one group. Okay. Male patients. And female patients into a one group. Okay, and aged one like above 60-year age as a one more group. Okay, age above 60. Okay, age above 60 will be made it as a one group. Okay, so here what I will do, I need to select 100, right? What I will do, from each of the group I will select 25. Okay, each of the group, because four group we have been made, from each of the group we will select a 25. Okay, we will select a 25 and we'll construct a sample. Okay, this in a stratified sampling, this 25 selecting a 25 from the each of the group will again follow either a random sampling technique or a systematic sampling technique. Any of the one technique we will use to select this 25 out of that particular group. Okay, this is called as a stratified sampling. When we divide this entire data into groups and we pick a sample out of that to make a one sample. Okay, we will pick up the sum of them from to generate a sample. It may not be equal. It may not be equal. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಮೇ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್ 15 ಜನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಮೇಲ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಫಿಮೇಲ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಏಜ್ಡ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೋದು. By taking we should not experiment on a child much. Then we can select 10 from a children group and more from a male, bit more less from a female and bit less from a aged group ಆ ಥರನೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು based on like a government policies and okay. Here I given equally we given importance to all the group, okay, based on a research it is. Okay, then cluster sampling is nothing but the same this one. Okay, instead of selecting small numbers from each group, ಈ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇಂದ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು we randomly we pick one group. Okay, randomly we pick a one group. For example, children ಗೆ one ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. For a male we will give it as a 2, group number 2, female as a group number 3, and aged as a group number 4. Then what I will do, we will select the which group to be selected. We will be use a random rand between rand between 1 to 4. Okay, group number 1 to 4, group number 1 to 4, we will select which group to be selected. Every time when you refresh this one, your group number will change. Okay, every time if you refresh, your group number will be changed. It randomly it is generated. Okay na, ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಲ ನೀವು ರಿಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ರಿಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಹೇಳ್ತಿ ಎರಡನೇ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಜನರೇಟ್ ಅ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್, to generate a sample. Okay, this is what we will follow in a cluster sampling. Okay, in interview also they will ask a question like if you given a data, okay, they will give some example. If this data is given to you, which type of the sampling you will use, and you have to tell that why you are going with that particular sampling. Okay, if you go with a random sampling, what will happen, I may not be giving the importance to the age group or male and female and children and all. I treated everyone equal. If I go with a systematic sampling, if I return whatever the order I have in written, based on the order, the sample will be picked. Okay, and stratified will give the better result. Like when we go with a stratified, every group will be given an importance, and every group, everyone will be given an importance when we pick a randomly in within that. Okay, so stratified will be giving a better accuracy. Cluster again, it will be biased, like one group will be given a more importance and rest we will be neglected. Okay, in a cluster sampling. Okay, this is the four different type of the sampling we use normally. Apart from that, we have some more sampling method, that is nothing but a judgmental sampling ಅಥವಾ convenience sampling ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Convenience sampling ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ based on your own convenience. Okay, you think that okay, patient from the Maharashtra and Karnataka we will select for the experiment. That is a convenience sampling. We have not taken an entire nation into account. ಇಡೀ ಇಂಡಿಯಾನ ನಾನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ನಾನು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಜಜ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ವಿ ದ ರಿಸರ್ಚರ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಜಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ on a sample. Okay, the quota sampling is bit advanced to the judgmental. In quota sampling we will made some criteria, like I will experiment only on a male, and that too on a some age group. Okay, and in that age group they should not have some disease. All these criteria we will make. Okay, all these criteria if you have been made, that is called as a quota sampling. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕೋಟಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು, ಈ ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಆದರೆ, ಅವ್ನು ಮೇಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಶುಗರ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಇವ್ನ ಏಜ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದೇ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದೇ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಈ ಥರ ನಾನು ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಅವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೋಟಾ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ದೆನ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ನೋಬಾಲ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್. ಸ್ನೋಬಾಲ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಡೂ, ಲೈಕ್ I will build a questionnaire and I will send to Adinath and Manju. Okay, and Adinath and Manju will send to their friends. Okay, their friends will send to their mutual friends, like this. In the sense, I will not be knowing that from where I am collecting the data. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಡೇಟಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ನಾನು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಉತ್ತರ ಕನ್ನಡ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಆದಿನಾಥ ಮತ್ತು ಮಂಜು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅವರಿಬ್ಬರು ಬೇರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಒಬ್ರು ಧಾರವಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಬ್ರು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಾಗಲಕೋಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಕಳಿಸಿರ್ತೀರ ಬಿಜಾಪುರ ರಾಯಚೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ, ನನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಈ ಸ್ನೋಬಾಲ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಈಸಿ. The sample collection is very easy because I will not be spending any time or any money on them. Just I am forwarding my idea to the someone and they are forwarding to others. Okay, that is a snowball. Snowball ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಐಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಬಿದ್ದು ರೋಲ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಮಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಐಸ್ ಸೇರ್ತಾ ಸೇರ್ತಾ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬಾಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, now that is called as a snowball. Okay, like this, we will be sample. So this sampling will not be given much importance because here biasness ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ತಿರ್ಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು ಈ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ. ಜಜ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲು ಕೋಟಾ ಸ್ನೋಬಾಲ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಗ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ತಿರ್ಚಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ in a population. For that reason, these sample will result a better accuracy. Okay, na? So this is how you have to explain to an interviewer also in interview. Majorly, they will ask one question on a sampling. Okay, na? So this is about a sampling technique. Okay. So far, we have been discussed about a sampling, like how the sampling has been conducted. We also know that sample size was 100 for our case, okay, by using a Sloven's formula. Okay, so next will be like what if the drug manufacturer has been done. He taken 100 members, okay, he may be gone with a stratified, okay, stratified, and he collected 100 like 100 patient he selected and given his drug, and he come to know that 98 of them got cured, but he will not be able to rely on this statistics like 98. I can't say what is the consistency in my drug. Okay, that particular time it may be like favor to the particular patient, immunity already boosted with some other medicines or something will be there. Okay, so for that reason, I may not be able to conclude to my experiment by saying this one. ಓಕೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ನನಗೆ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ಗೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂಥ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇನ್ ದೋಸ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. Okay, one more sample I will select. Okay, one more sample I will select. One more 100 patient I will select, and again I have been given a drug. But now 95 will be cured from that. 95 ಜನ ಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಗುಣಮುಖರಾಗ್ತಾರೆ. ನನಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ 98 ಇತ್ತು, ಈಗ 95 ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಗೇನ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್. Okay, and again I will give 94 cured. Again this I will repeat till I get a satisfaction. Okay, I think that okay, variations are not going too far. Variation control ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಅಥವಾ we come to a conclusion, okay, by doing this, okay, we will satisfied. Okay, I will take a 25 sample here. I have been taken a 25 such samples. Okay, 25 such samples, and I will observe a variation within that. Right, I observed a variation within that. And second thing here, I know the cure rate also, like I know the average cure also I can calculate. So what I will do, first I will calculate a average value. Okay, I will calculate a average cure. ಎಷ್ಟು average on and average cure ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ 96.6 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಸ್ 96 ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ 100 ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ಯೂರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ರೈಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ 96 ಎವ್ರಿವೇರ್. ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ 100, ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ 90. Okay, so I have some variation within my cure days. So what I will do to do that one, I will take a standard deviation. Again here sample size, like for this experiment we taken a 25 samples, right? So sample size will be taken as a 25 here. Okay, for the central limit theorem. Okay, 25 is the sample size we have. Within that 25 samples, what is the variation we have? That is nothing but a standard deviation we have to calculate. Standard deviation within this sample size. Okay, so it says that 2.08 patients we will be wearing. Now I will
ಅಲ್ಲಿ
calculate a standard.
one
Yeah.
second.
Huh.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಡಿವಿಯೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ
Hmm.
ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್.
Population. Okay, na? Because this is a sample of samples, so it will be considered as a population. Okay, just one single sample if you taken, then we have been used a dot cs.
Okay,
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 yeah. Standard error is nothing but we have here standard error formula, that is nothing but sigma divided by square root of n. Okay, na? Sigma divided by square root of n. In the sense, we are taking the average standard deviation, average variation. Okay, average variation. How to do that one? We know the standard deviation divided by square root of number of samples we take. That is a 25. So it says that 0.42. That is nothing but a standard error. So how to calculate a margin of error? Margin of error will be depends upon the confidence level you have. Okay, based on a confidence level, we can calculate a z-score. The standard ಇದೆ ಇದು, ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇದೆ, z-score ಟೇಬಲ್. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, 90% ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ z-score ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 1.645 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. 1.645. So what we have to do? We have to multiply this value with the standard error which we calculated. That is nothing but equal to 1.645 multiplied by the standard error which we calculated. So this will give the margin of error is nothing but the maximum error, possible error within a data. The maximum possible error within a data when we have a 90% confidence will be around a 0.68, near to one patient. ಆಚೆ ಈಚೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ, ಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಗದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆನ್ ಅ ಮೀನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಮಾಲೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೋದು. ಹೇಗೆ? ಮೀನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗೆ ಈ ಎರರನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಬೈ ಆ್ಯಡಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮೀನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ with the margin of error. So I like to make it as a whole number. So we can't say 97.28 patient. So I can make it as a 97 patients. Okay. The smallest value will be this one minus margin of error. So I can round off this one to a 96 patients, right? 96 patients. So now I can say, like I can say my confidence interval will be 96 to 97. ಈಗ ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟೇಷನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಯೂಸ್ ಮೈ ಡ್ರಗ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಟು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Okay, if you use my drug like my medicine, out of 100, 90% confidence I have, 90% confidence I have, out of 100, 96 to 97 will be cured. Okay, 96 to 97 will be cured. Again I'm repeating, if you use my drug, I have a 90% confidence, that out of 100, 96 to 97 will be get cured. 96 to 97 will be get cured. That is what we have been arrived by using a central limit theorem. This entire process is called as a central limit theorem ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಬರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಸೇಸ್ when you are not able to decide the population behavior with a single sample, ಇಂದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ಗೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಆದರೆ, ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ and calculate a deviation within that data. Okay, and come to a conclusion with a confidence interval ಅಂತ. ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಎರರನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಎರರನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಯುರೇಟ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಒಂದೇ ಇದು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು, 98 ಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು. ವೆನ್ ಐ ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ 96 to 97 ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಯೂರ್ and that confidence level is a 90% I have in my data. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಇದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೈಪೋಥೆಸಿಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾಳೆಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಹೈಪೋಥೆಸಿಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ is nothing but we will be having a sample. Okay, and we may be conducting an experiment on a sample, and that sample interpretation we are trying to say that it will be same as a for a population. It is nothing but we are trying to say we are generalizing a popular belief. Okay, generalizing a popular belief is nothing but, for example, uh, I would like to say that by getting a protein, by consuming my protein powder, you will gain the weight. Okay, I just want to prove this one. This is a popular belief, right? One more thing we can say, like by eating eggs you will get a more protein. Okay, that is a popular belief we have. That popular belief we have to make it as a generalized statement. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಹೌದು ಇದೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಅದನ್ನು ಜನರಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. To do that one, we will be using a hypothesis testing. In hypothesis testing, what we will do, we take a sample data and we conduct a test on that. Okay, and we will try to prove that. Okay, is it true or false? That popular belief is true or false. For example, the first step will be we will be having a popular, okay, belief. Okay, ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್. And we are trying to prove that statement, right? To prove that statement we have to decide a sample size. Okay, sample size. To decide a sample size, by knowing the confidence in your statement and population, if I know, okay, population and confidence if I know, okay, I can come to a sample size by using a Sloven's formula. Alva. So sample size also we already know how to arrive to the sample size. The third one will be the sampling. Okay, sampling. We have to follow which method of sampling we will follow. Okay, we will follow random sampling ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು sampling ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. So we done with the sample. Okay, to come to a sample size we need to know about a confidence level also. Okay, I will take it as a confidence level as a second step. Okay, confidence level in my experiment. Then I will come to a sampling. Okay, sample size and sampling I will do. The fourth step will be constructing a null and alternate hypothesis. Okay, alternate hypothesis. What do you mean by null hypothesis? Null hypothesis is nothing but we are trying to say nullifying a statement. The popular belief we will try to nullify. For example, we say that by consuming a protein powder, your weight will increase. Okay, that is the statement I have. How to say the null statement on that? Nullify statement. That is nothing but null hypothesis will be by consuming a powder, your weight will not be increased. Okay, we are trying to say there is no relationship between a consumption of the powder and increasing in a weight. ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ವೇಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನಲ್ ಹೈಪೋಥೆಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಟ್ ಹೈಪೋಥೆಸಿಸ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ವೇಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬೈ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮಿಂಗ್ ದರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ weight increase. Okay, if you consume a protein powder, your weight will be increased. Okay, that will become an alternate hypothesis. Like whenever you are doing an experiment like a hypothesis testing, first we have to construct a null and alternate hypothesis. Then we will select a test. The fifth step is select a test. Okay, which test to be selected, like Z test, T test, ANOVA, F test, chi-square is there. Okay, again in a T test we have a AB testing. AB testing is nothing but pair T test. Okay, pair T test ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ before and after. Okay, before and after. For example, I will take a data of my employees before training, what is their performance, after providing a training, what is their performance. I just want to check that is that training improved a performance or not. Okay, then I will use this one A B test or a pair T test we say. Okay, pair T test we say. Okay, the selection of the test will be depending upon your population, sorry, popular belief, and the sampling, this one also, like size of the sample. Okay, if you have a size of the sample less than 30, then we go for the T test. Okay, if your sample size is more than 30, then you can select between a T and Z test. ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ select ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. Okay, depending upon the popular belief, we will be selecting a ANOVA or F test or a chi-square test. Okay, now we will come to know that how to select a test. When you come to know about a problem statement, you will be having a better idea. Then once you have been conducted a test, then we will compare a result with standard, okay, or we say critical value, okay, critical value, and we come to a conclusion. Okay, we come to a conclusion. Compare ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಈ ಹೈಪೋಥಿಸಿಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ. ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಸೈಜ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಲ್ ಹೈಪೋಥಿಸಿಸ್ ಎಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಟ್ ಹೈಪೋಥಿಸಿಸ್ನ ಎಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಾ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾನು ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್ ನಾಳೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ನಾಳೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ದೀಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಹೈಪೋಥಿಸಿಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಹೈಪೋಥಿಸಿಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆಲ್ cases. Okay, so tomorrow class we will discuss all these cases by using all this hypothesis testing. Okay, test ಮಾಡೋದು ವೆರಿ ಈಸಿ. ಈ ನಲ್ ಹೈಪೋಥಿಸಿಸ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮದು ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದು ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೈಪೋಥಿಸಿಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ.